people believe that the paranormal and science are separate. But what they don't know, that they are both joined together as one. Join Ben and Louisa on their quest as they bring together science, occult, and the paranormal, only on Occult, History, and Science with Ben and Lou.
Hello everybody! How are we all doing today? As you can see, we have the lovely Kate on again as normal.
Hi
Mm-hmm.
everyone. Big shout out to Dad. I know my dad's watching. I did try to get him on the show, but he said no. Maybe next time.
No. Brilliant. We'd love to get you on, even if it's only a phone call, but do not be afraid to drop comments in the comment section at all.
Definitely. Just send me messages, Dad, please. Any comments or things I've missed.
Brilliant. So, hold on, we're just dealing with the psycho puppies that have invaded the studio. As normal. Foster.
Oh, hi, Dave.
So, we've got evening Natasha. Nice to see you. Hello, Dave. Welcome along. Hello, Nico. Nice
Hi,
to
Nico.
join us as always. And a silent listener, which I am presuming is probably your dad.
Yes.
So, welcome, obviously, to Sunday's show. As you're all aware, I have been hammering home the UFO, UFO massively at the minute due to the fact that America's finally turned around and gone, we've been doing this since the 30s.
Yeah.
So, Kate being the way she is, we've brought her along. She loves the UFOs. So,
Didn't want to miss out.
where do we start, Kate? Because everything is immense, absolutely massive.
Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, I have a lot of quotations that I took out from the UAP Congress. So I don't mind like going through some of the quotes one by one. We can break it down. We can have a chat about it.
Well, let's have a quick brief of do a quick run of history. So, UFO sightings have been around for since the beginning of man. One of the most sort of famous big ones, shall we say, of what passes the modern era would be the photo that you sent me, which is this one. For those of you who don't know what this is a Foo Fighter that was seen in the 1944 to 1945. It used to go around the planes as they were doing bombing runs to Germany. They thought this might have been a German wonder weapon, but no one knows to this day.
No, it's still unexplained. They just know it was around during World War II, and that's it. No further research done that we know of.
Yeah, that we know of. It'd be interesting to see if anything turns up now, though, with the Americans admitting they've been doing it since the 1930s with an operation called, I think it was Operation Sign in the 1930s that then joined.
Right.
I think it was it might have been Operation Blue Book, or might have been one in between that. That started on 1947.
I've heard of Blue Book, yeah.
Blue Book being the most famous one. But yeah, they started an operation it swapped from Operation Signal to something else after 1947, which that year is infamous in UFO culture. Yeah.
Hi, Lola.
Hello. So yeah, I'll stop rambling now. But yes.
So, why do you think it is, Ben, that there are always lots of UFO sightings when there's a war going on?
I think it's just general interest. Like you think when you watch a documentary of animals, and this is probably going to sound really cold-hearted or barbaric, but you only really get into an animal documentary when the animals fighting each other or when there's a close to death moment. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were doing the same.
Yeah, interesting. Oh, hi, Wild Bill. Wild Bill's come on.
Oh, Wild Bill, nice to see you, buddy. Yeah, human nature. Yeah, human nature is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So, moving on to that Congress report, it just completely, it just come out of nowhere, to be honest.
Yeah, I was very surprised actually, because I found that the Congress was very well managed and everybody was super respectful and it was just very, very well done. Because there is still a stigma, isn't there? When I talk to people about this or I mention it, most people just say, oh, it's just a load of rubbish. It's not true. They're just whistleblowing. It's nothing serious, and it's just such a shame, isn't it? Because it's the first thing that's come forward like this in history that's been so big and taken more seriously. And it's just like, why? What needs to happen to change people's minds about this and to get them to open up to the possibility?
Yeah, the thing is, though, you can't be a whistleblower without there being a reason to be a whistleblower.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. That's what shocked everyone. There's very little interest been put in this. However, it is a monumental moment in history.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's huge. And I hope in my lifetime it all comes out. Because I want to know. I want to know about everything.
I'm just going to catch up with comments because there seems to be a lot. Is that? Oh, all right. I was trying to figure out who that was. Oh, Lois, I haven't seen you in ages. So I know your profile disappeared again. Bless you. You keep getting hacked constantly. If it's Tiggers, I'll tune in regardless. But I get your theory. Yeah. Wild Bill got a lovely human race. Yes.
Yeah.
Wandering Willow, there's been signs when around huge storms around. Yes, there is a lot of signs when it comes to very large electrical storms as well. Good evening, Paranormal Paths. Hello, Jacqueline. Nice to see you. Bill, are we talking UFO visitations? We are talking about everything UFO, mainly to do with the recent Congress meeting that has been massively overlooked by a lot of people. It was bound to come out. There's such a hype than now, but imagine if they admitted this, they're going to be more coming out and the lies have been covered up. It will, and I don't think it won't on the same. I think it's a bit of a, because like you've just said, a lot of people still think it's a load of crap.
Yeah.
Even though these top people in their field have come out. I have to admit one thing though, I'm still waiting for Bob Lazar to turn around and go, "Ha! Told you so," because this would be the best point in time he could ever do that.
Yeah, where is he? What is he doing? He should.
Someone new. Good evening. Just discovered your show and I've been looking for ages. Welcome along. Honestly, welcome to the show. If you have any questions along paranormal or conspiracy or anything like that, throw your questions up in the chat or throw them up on the page. You will find that the culture that we have on this show is no one can ask a stupid question apart from me. Well, you are more welcome. Obviously, we have other shows on. We have Damon as well here. He does a lot of shows. Bless him, but he is on holiday for his birthday.
Happy birthday, Damon, if you happen to be watching this randomly.
Hello, Annette. Bloody hell, we've got loads of people on.
Yeah, great.
Hashtag blame the cell phones. Yep, there is that. Hello, Auntie Sarah. Nice to see you on there, Auntie Sarah. Someone I was not expecting. Hello, my dear. I was not expecting you to join us, boys. Nice to see you along. Had a very good. Where was that? Where we went?
World Hope.
World Hope Manor was a brilliant night. Absolutely brilliant night.
Weekend.
Well, weekend, yeah. Sorry, my brain's going to skip.
You're just happy, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in a really happy mood again. It's nice.
Nice.
I'm watching that on YouTube after last week's show. It was an eye-opener. Yeah, honestly, guys, if you want to know what we're talking about, go on YouTube. You can find the Congress report on there, and it is mind-blowing. Jesus, we will get back to the chat in a minute. There are lots of comments flicking through. I'm loving this. This has got to be one of my favorite top shows. Wild Bill, thank you very much. We are going to get you on at some point. And guys, when Wild Bill comes on, he is an absolute legend. He will talk for hours, and it's brilliant.
He's a legend. And please, Wild Bill, just keep the comments coming, because I know that he has a lot of knowledge on this subject as well.
Yes.
That would be great.
In fact, next weekend. Where are we next weekend?
Christian.
We'll be back Sunday though, won't we?
Yeah.
Sunday. Next Sunday, Wild Bill, Kate, if you're both free, I'd love to get a few of us on to talk about all this, get everyone's opinion on it. It would be brilliant.
That would be awesome, yeah.
Up for a while,
more the merrier.
To keep from giving Ben a big head, I will say this is my second. You know me, I don't get a big head.
Hey.
Hugh, nice to see you. Jesus, we've got loads. We'll come along and check you both out. Hope you're both doing well. We are doing brilliant. Thank you very much. Honestly, we've got a very upset pup at the minute.
Yeah, the strange noise in the background is the puppy.
Yeah.
Because we put him in puppy prison because he was messing around.
God, nice to see you. Jesus, I've never seen the room this full. And we've got everyone saying hello and would love to join. Call me the Enigma. So, after all that, wow, guys, honestly, it was amazing to see you all part of this. So aliens or ancient humans. Now, this is what I'm going to get onto later. We're just covering the Congress report in a minute, catching up with a few things. So, Kate, go away with some of the comments that were said at the Congress, and we shall dive into this one.
Okay, so this is what they said at the beginning. So this was the Republican for Tennessee, Rep. Tim Burkett. Is that how you say it? Burkett? I think so.
I think so. I won't lie. I kept
I'm so bad with names.
I kept thinking he was called Birdshit. Genuinely, it's the way they were saying his name. I felt really bad because they just kept calling out. I was trying to work it out.
Okay.
Jeanette, nice to see you, Jeanette, as well. One of our regulars.
So he said, we're going to uncover the cover-up. And I hope this is just the beginning of many more hearings and many more people coming forward about this. What an opener. That's like a mic drop right there.
Yeah, that was pretty much a walk-off stage boom. That's it. You're done for kind of thing.
Totally. And I really hope that's true. I hope that it's all going to come to light. Well, not all of it, but a lot of it is going to come to light. There'll be more hearings, more people coming forward, and that would be great. That was slightly frustrating because all of the juicy bits, all of the things that we really wanted to know, the witness was kind of like, oh yeah, I have to talk about that, not in a public setting, in a private setting. And I was just like, no.
Yeah, I want to know. It's got to be in a private place because of like conflict of interest and all that sort of stuff. It was good, but if I'm remembering right, this is like a bit brought sort of both parties together on this one.
Yes, yeah, because there's a lot of a political divide, isn't there, in the US, that it's more Republicans talking about this stuff and not the Democrats. Like, there's just a lot of political agenda when it comes to this. But I really felt like they were so respectful in this Congress, and they really came together. They just set all political issues aside and just focusing on the task in hand, which I just thought was refreshing. Really nice that they're just focusing on that. And yeah, but anyway, so I'm going to ask you now, is it David Grush
Yes,
Oh,
David Grush. The
Okay.
gentleman that brought us this.
Yes, this picture.
Now, this is, for those of you that are wondering what this is, if you don't know, I'm pretty sure either me or Wild Bill will explain this. This is what's known as a heat flare cam. So obviously anything that's hot will be seen as black, anything that is cool will be seen as a white. Now, these are designed for tracking and monitoring everything on a plane, so incoming missiles or any vehicle that happens to be in the air. What you can see along the sides are tracking information. So when this is a lock, it's basically, if anyone's seen Top Gun, I know you have because you watched it on the
I've seen
flight.
that. Yeah, that was the second one. That was Maverick.
This is what's this is.
Into this.
if I remember right, because I don't really do well with the Air Force, but this should be what's known as lock and tone. So that means it's got a lock and it's got a tone for a missile lock. But yeah, this was a unique photo, very unique photo. And the footage you can find on YouTube. And it's just mad, isn't it? It's sort of the first thing they brought out. And this was 2017, I believe it came out.
Yes, that sounds about right. Yeah. 20, no, that sounds about right, definitely. And this is coming from this guy. He served for 14 years as an intelligence officer in the Air Force. He's got so many credentials to his name. It's just so amazing that he just came out and talked about this stuff. It's just amazing that without him, none of this would have come to light, would it?
No.
And he had so many threats against him as well with his family. Lock and tone crosshair will be on the target. That was just showing it had picked up something. Yeah.
Well, it's the guys that are there. They're not all nut jobs. The guy that was talking about this, I can't remember the names, but the other guy that was talking about this, the one that captured the footage, he was a flight squad commander.
Yeah.
And he was like, this was nuts. And I think he, remember correctly, I might be getting a bit ahead of your comments, but he said, they asked him, didn't they, is this to any knowledge of any aircraft that you know at this time? And he said, no. And he said, well, even in the next 50 years of everything I know, there'll still be no aircraft that comes out like this.
Yes. Yeah. The only thing I didn't really understand on his perspective. Hi, Ryan.
Ryan Greaves.
Ryan Graves? Ryan Graves?
Yeah, Graves. Yeah. My apologies.
David Fravor.
Hi, Rob. Nice to see you.
Hi, Rob.
Yeah, it is that one.
Yeah. So he said when this aircraft appeared, or this UAP appeared, it could totally shut down his aircraft, right? He had to go into manual because it just shut down everything. And when they asked, is it a threat to national security? He said, yes, I really do think it is. But then I kind of think on the other side, it's like, how is that a threat though? Because it didn't do anything to him, did it? It just shut down his aircraft. So it's like,
well, from a military perspective, it's seen as a threat due to the fact that they don't have the upper hand.
Yeah.
And if you can't control what's in your own country's airspace, then you are all good. But to be fair, America managed to let a balloon fly across the entire country until they realised that it was a Chinese spy balloon. So you never know.
What were the other two balloons?
That's the thing we don't know. That's what was also mentioned on that Congress. We shot down the Chinese weather balloon, but the other three that were shot down never been recovered. Don't know what they were.
No, that just completely disappeared, didn't that? All that information about the other three. Yeah, that was odd.
Makes you wonder.
What the other photo, is that what kind of looks like a balloon?
Which one we got? Because you sent me 3, didn't you?
Like
That's
the
the other.
orb shit. Yeah.
That one, yeah. Now I think that one was taken, if I remember correctly, because I've seen that one before. I think that was taken on the day. That wasn't
Yeah.
that wasn't the spy balloon. That was the other thing that was shot down.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
To try and get rid
Very
of that.
odd.
Again. It has been a very odd one.
Oh my gosh, there's so many comments, Ben.
I know, God.
Let's go through the comments.
Yeah. So we've got clicking on, we've got Wild Bill, the truth is out there. Yes, it is Mulder and Scully. Yes, it is. Jim Marshall, we was out with the other night. Brilliant lad. Honestly, brilliant guy. We're going to get him on the show, whether he likes it or not. I've always found it interesting that archaeologists found alien type inscriptions sketched on walls with the pyramid. Maybe these people just had imagination. Yep, there is throughout the world. There are all cave drawings that you can see of what we would class as aliens. And as silly as it is that old. They saw it, they drew it, kind of thing.
Yeah. A good book for the cave drawings is Chariot of the Gods, isn't it?
Yes.
It goes into detail about that. So if you're interested, Chariot of the Gods. Yeah.
Eric von Daniken, brilliant book. Brilliant book.
Definitely worth a read.
See, this triggered me last time. I think it's 562 question marks within his book.
Wow. That's like my brain on a daily basis.
Comments going. So, yeah, Wild Bill, obviously, yeah, electrical impulse from UFO can render equipment inoperable. Yep. Robert, that's like in South America, you see these high altitude balloons that say it's for the internet. Yeah.
Oh.
You don't get high altitude balloons for the internet. The internet runs off all cables. And I didn't realise that till a couple of months ago. It's a massive, I thought it was all done by satellite, but the connection that we're using now from UK going to America are massive cables that are just draped under the sea.
I didn't know that. I thought it was satellite as well. Yeah.
The only reason I found that out.
Musk?
The only reason I found that out is because apparently at your end, sharks are attacking the cables.
Oh, no way. I haven't read about that. I have to check that out. That's so random.
Put in, I think it's sharks attacking internet cables in sea, and there's quite a few stories. It's quite cool. Yeah, we've got Eric. Nice to see Eric as well. I knew there was aliens from the start. Yep.
Yeah.
And Wild Bill with the old classic Google it.
I will definitely Google it. Sharks attacking internet cables.
Airstream like a silver tic tac. Yeah, that was described as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was the way they described it.
I'm glad that Wild Bill put that in caps, tic tac, because the speaker kept saying TikTok, didn't he? The guy who was
funny, that was. I need to remind
who's managing it.
Yeah, I kept getting reminded by my daughter that it is tic tac like the candy, not tic tac, not TikTok as the communist social media app. And it's just like you pick a fight there straight away.
Like when he said it the first time, I was like, okay, fair enough, I'll allow it. Like it's a good mistake to make.
Yeah.
When he kept saying it, I was like, okay, somebody's gonna have to correct him, and they did. So I was glad about that.
Eric, I should explain that I'm 51. That's fine, buddy. Honestly.
Yeah, no. We have all age ranges.
But it's just nuts at the minute, the amount of information that's coming out. These guys are renowned in their fields, and hopefully there's going to be more and more coming out.
Yes, I'm so excited. I think as you predicted this, Ben, didn't you? You said there was going to be enlightenment about the world and things beyond us in space. So this is very interesting.
Yeah, the less we talk about my predictions, the better we are, because they've not ended up so well for the past.
Only positive ones, please.
Yes. Now, I've got a UFO one for everyone.
Okay.
Well, Bill, Eric, I'm so old that when God says, "Let there be light," I switch the enlightenment, but at what cost? Yeah, that is the truth.
But I have a question for Wild Bill. Is he
Go
as
for it.
old as Keith Richards? You have to let me know, Wild Bill, because
I think generally Wild Bill and Keith Richards are basically both doing Highlander. Both immortal, and at some point when the times ended, they're going to have to meet and settle it of who is the one. Now, I know Wild Bill will know exactly what this is, but I will be impressed to see who else knows. Now, this is another UFO sighting, and this one has been going on for years. Who can tell me what that is?
Oh.
Now, this was first photographed when we had no satellites whatsoever in orbit on this planet.
How was it photographed?
It was photographed by the first capsule that went up.
Right.
Everyone's got it. I'm impressed. Like Sarah's got it. Rob's got it. Ryan's got it.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the famous Black Knight satellites. Now,
interesting.
Hey, have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of the name now that everyone said it, but I don't know too much about it, or I've forgotten.
I bet your dad knows about it.
Yeah, 100%.
So the Black Knight satellite was the first object photographed in space, and it brought into question massively what the hell is it? Nice to see you, Jess. You're not late. You're only halfway through the show, so I won't worry about it too much. Honestly, guys, as well, just while I can, Jess's GoFundMe is still on the page. Honestly, guys, she's shaving her hair down to bald, like my baldness.
Oh, wow.
For charity, honestly, if you can, go support her. Even if it's just £1, it all goes to a brilliant charity. And yeah, we're going to be recording
so
when we do it for it.
That's so lovely, so brave. Well done, Jess.
But yep, I can say it now. Bill saying Black Knight. On Sarah, yeah. Black Knight, not Dark Knight. Dark Knight was a good film, but yeah. Evening Dawn, nice to see you. Hi. While Bill post a link, I will do, mate. There is a link on the page as well. 2 foot hair gone in. I'm excited. Yep. It will be an interesting day to watch that, honestly, guys. Yeah, the Black Knight satellite has been up there for ages. No one quite knows what it is. There are a few people that are saying it's an alien observatory. There are radio signals coming out of it. Some people say that it is debris, but no one quite knows because no one's ever looked close enough to have a look. That photo is the closest we've ever been. Oumuamua is very puzzling. Oumuamua is still on its way back, from what I have been told through other communities that I know. Through obviously my I can't pronounce it properly now. Astrological communities, because I am obsessed with space. Yes, Lou's looking at me like I had a little.
Along with your Warhammer stuff.
Yeah, along with my Warhammer. Yeah, guys, I started getting back into Warhammer painting because it absolutely chills. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
But anyway, enough about me.
I think Ryan's Ryan's made a good comment because he said, "Doesn't the Black Knight give off a signal
Yes.
as well?" Yeah.
And rumor has it, well, I say rumor has it, it's more of a fact that Tesla was believed to have picked up on the signals being, well, the signals being emitted from it.
Right.
So it does make you wonder what's cracking up.
And there was a comment that Robert, was it Robert? Oh yeah, he said, I think it is space debris. Talking about that topic, I had no idea how much junk there is in space.
Oh God,
The
yeah,
hell? What? Like, that's ridiculous. How did it get that bad?
The unfortunate thing is that if we was to leave this planet, there is a high chance that we would not be able to leave this planet within the next, I think it said something like the next 10 years or 20 years, due to the fact that there will be that much debris up there. We would have created our own asteroid field around the planet.
What the hell? Like, seriously, the oceans, space now.
Yep.
What the hell?
Well, you think every rocket that goes up, it don't come back down.
True. I was just really shocked because you look at the pictures of Earth and it looks so serene, so clean, and it's like, yeah, that's not the reality at all.
No, unfortunately. Most nights you can actually stand and watch satellites go past. You look at the sky.
I did notice, actually, moving to the US, they have far more satellites in their sky than I remember in Europe. Way more. I was really shocked at how many they have, just to throw that out there. Yeah.
When I was a kid, I remember being in Edale and camping out with my dad once, and we saw 4 the entire night going over.
Right.
And then one of my mates who lives in America says he sees on average about 50 a night.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I didn't realize they had so many satellites.
Yeah. Ryan, it's also changed orbit a few times, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. No, it has changed orbit a few times. Current tracking, it is up in the northern hemisphere, where it was last seen.
So this Black Knight is still there.
Yep, it's still in orbit. Okay. Never been away.
Right.
We are not the only life form that has. Oh God, sorry, God.
Oh, don't stop, Ben. You'll make me yawn.
Sorry. Form that has been in our area that has left debris. No, they do believe some of the debris in sort of atmosphere, in a sense, could possibly be leftovers from other things. Space shuttle program, put tons of satellites up there. Yep.
Yeah.
The problem is signal rails only work to. Yep. Yeah, that's the problem. Have you just stabbed your finger with a pin?
No, it's the needle. Look, I'm bleeding. Injured. I got it right under the nail.
Ouch, that hurts.
It hurts.
Play my little violin, because when I did my leg, all she did was laugh first.
I did not laugh.
No, she was more me.
It's not a competition.
It is. I'll be watching this later. Good old podcast after work. Good job, guys. Hi, Kate.
Oh,
thank you very much. If you do watch this after work, if you put hashtag before any comments, we will read your comments and we will get back to you. If not, messages straight away.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
What were your blood on it?
That earth is real. Oh, wow, Bill. Really?
Well, he's only doing that to wind everyone up. He knows what he's doing. Things that make you go, yeah. I forget. I keep forgetting how late it is there. Yeah, it's a bit nuts. Obviously, we get that many people from around the world watching the show. It is incredible.
Yeah. Where is Eric from? Eric, where are you from? Where are you?
Yeah, well, obviously, Wild Bill's over your end. We've got a
Yeah.
few people. We've got some from I think we've got one from Argentina. And that's Nico.
Yeah.
And then we've got
Nico
people
and
from.
Emmy.
Oh, Eric's from the US. Oh, your neck of the woods.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Which state, Eric? Which state? I think it's Judgment Day. Oh, Annette, I think it's Judgment Day. Oh no.
No, I think it's a mass. See, the thing is that we came out of that Congress was the fact that they sort of noticed that it's all private companies. Instead of it being the military, it was like, okay, the military's done this, but they've all been handed to private companies. How does this work?
What's your take on NASA taking this over now? So all of this has come out. They've spoken about it. Going forward, NASA are now going to get involved in it. Do you think it's a positive thing? Is it a negative thing?
See, I always say to this because people forget NASA is part of the military.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget that. They think because it's space and all that, that it's more of like a civil sort of unit. It's not. It's an American. It's an extension of the American military. Yeah, you've got the Space Force now, or whatever the Trump decides to call it, which seems interesting that came about now with this Congress sort of report coming out. So,
yeah. Do you think Trump knew about it?
I don't know, because let's face it, Trump would not be able to keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, I didn't know
That's what I thought.
Tells Trump certain amounts of different and stuff because they couldn't trust him.
Yeah, military report wise, I know he was only given a certain amount of information because no one trusted him.
Yeah, they probably didn't want to give him that.
There was a lot of memes going around. I think one of the best one was some bloke waking up in the middle of the night and going, Area 51 isn't real. And then them going, well, why? It's because if it was, Trump would have said something by now.
Or maybe he is an alien.
Yeah, maybe he's smarter than every one of us and he actually knows everything's cracking on. Now, that would be scary.
Yeah, that would be an episode of Black Mirror or something.
Yes. I think Biden might be a bit of an alien. I'm not sure. Might be one of the things the Simpsons predicted it.
He's old. Like, no disrespect, but he's old.
Oh, yeah. No, the censors don't care about American government, honestly. Well, Bill, Event Horizon, that should be interesting when it comes out. Things hidden in that movie. Event Horizon would just like a brilliant film, but don't ever watch it if you've got a weak stomach.
I'm not so good with is it violent?
No, it's a horror film. It's in space, and the idea of it is massive, brilliant concept, but it's also somehow got to be one of the most gruesome films going. It's still within Oz government, so it is still within US government, so we'll be fed info as and when, like always. Yeah, Eric, but I moved to Scotland as soon as I can. Nice. I think someone else is from Scotland as well, if I remember correctly.
Lois is still on.
No, I know Lois is, but someone else might have been. I've lost track of where I was. There we go. The trouble with Scots, we think everyone is alien. Yeah. Well, England think the guys are all aliens. Anyone north of the wall is a bit confusing. What are your guys' thoughts on Stephen Gree? That was the other guy I wanted that was at the chat.
He's the ufologist, isn't he?
I don't know, because
an American ufologist and retired physician. He founded the Center for the Study of Extraterrestrial Intelligence.
I know there's quite a few people coming out now, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, he's got some interesting theories and ideas. Definitely. He knows his stuff, or his take on it.
It is cold and wet up there most of the time, so have some very, yeah, Scotland is a nice place.
It is. It's beautiful.
Identifies the alien. I think we'll all do that. It'll be even better. And that Event Horizon was brilliant. It was brilliant, but again, if you've got a weak stomach, it's not a good film to watch.
Talking about Alien, I'm very interested to pick your brains about, they never said alien, they said non-human or biological forms. What do you think they would look like?
You see, when someone says non-human, it makes you question, because to me, if someone says non-human, then that means they know of multiple different things. It's like we say, when we say, for example, on this show, or when it comes to Occultology, we say elementals, because elementals covers everything. And we know of different spiritual entities existing, so we call it elementals, rather than going, oh yeah, it's this, yeah, it's that, yeah, it's that. So to say non-human, it means you are going using a large umbrella to cover a lot of things. So it makes you question.
That's very interesting. I'd love to know.
Yeah. And what was the other one? Was it non-biological or something like that?
It was biological that they used, just biological.
Biological kind of goes against what some thoughts are on aliens being. What was it? There was a theory that the Greys were more
drones.
Yeah, drones, as in like mechanical drones with less cover. So biological. What he said would suggest that they are more more life forms than AI.
Yeah.
It's alive. So someone says they're alive, you instantly go into a replay of like Frankenstein, it's alive. Then you go, Gordon's alive. That's it.
Yeah, it's very interesting the way that it was phrased. They're very careful about what they said. Very, very careful.
Yeah, it was very tactful on how things were said.
Yes. Yep. And also mentioning Roswell as well, which everyone thought was a hoax. Turns out it's not. There was a crash site there.
They admitted that too about a year ago there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't taken seriously though, was it though, really?
When they actually turned around and went, yeah, Roswell actually happened and we don't know what it was. Everyone just kind of went, oh yeah, whatever. And then it's like, you look back now and it's like, Christ, they turned around and said it and no one paid attention.
Yeah, yeah. However, the sightings, I don't know how legit they are. They did talk about child-size life forms and things. You don't know how legit that is, really, do you?
You don't, but a lot of it backs up what Bob Lazar was saying when he first came out.
Right.
That's the interesting thing. A lot of interesting things, but it makes me laugh because Area 51 was mentioned, but it was more Andrews based. It was mentioned more.
Yeah.
And that's what gets you more interested. What we got? Comment here. Steve Grace has been warning about fake invasion for a long time. Yeah, there was this theory of the US using a fake alien invasion for martial law.
Yeah.
Don't think it would happen now. I think people would see straight through this.
And why would they do that anyway?
Yeah, it's a lot of control to get over. We're just going to catch up on comments because there's loads.
Yes, yeah.
You know, there's always kicking something off to keep us occupied whilst they're sneaking around in the background. Yeah, but it seems to be getting harder and harder at the minute for people to do it.
Talking about that, about the secret funds, right? Going into certain programs that we're not supposed to. Was it, what was it called? Did I write it down?
He had a lot of mentioning certain
Oh,
programs.
Yeah, so he said he was denied access to these programs when he requested it and accused the military of misappropriating funds to shield these operations from congressional oversight, which is massive. Like, you just don't do that.
There was a lot of DARPA. There was DARPA mentioned a lot. There was Lockheed mentioned a lot. So obviously they also stated that when it's a private company or private contractor, they're not bound by the Freedom of Information Act, which is a clever way of doing things.
Yeah.
Ryan, non-human, biological, which I thought was a weird word, and yeah, they have to be very
Yeah,
careful.
biologic. Yeah.
I say energies, which covers everything with a signal. Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Has to be of a biological form, just a different genetics makeup, different structure. Yep. As we all know on this show, I always keep going on about octopuses, and they do have a different DNA match to all of us, and they've been on this planet longer than anything. Don't trust Big Brother. No. It's all started with. It's like my brain shut down. That's Zachariah Stitches. Yeah. Again, guys, go check that guy out. Honestly, brilliant when it comes to ancient astronaut theories. Jess, octopus and squid have different genetic mate, but still a bio compound and still other things. Yep. And that, what do you think about the woman on the plane who got off because she's? Yeah, that was an interesting one. That was, when you look back on that now, that woman that went a bit nuts because they changed the entire crew over and everything.
Yeah, I remember that.
Area 49, just a hop, skip, and a jump from Area 51. It's just a jump to the west. Yeah. There was a place also, wasn't there, Wild Bill? I can't remember what it's called, but it was nicknamed Area 52. And that was a private installation. It's a private military installation where they supposedly took everything from Area 51 and moved it there, and it's all on the ground. So that's another one that might be interesting. Cats are fluffy assassins with 20 razor blades. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's a reason the Egyptians used to worship cats. I mean,
supposed to be half dead and half alive. Sheeple. So my comments do keep flicking. I am getting through everyone's comments, hopefully. The WEF said an alien invasion would unite the world against a foe. Yeah, it would do. However, there is a slight problem in that. It's like hole in that problem due to the fact that France decided it's going to go to war with Africa. That's been declared over the past couple of days. There's been 3 coups in Africa. Honestly, guys, try and find the news on this because you might not find it on normal news. But honestly, look it up because Africa is going nuts.
That's really sad.
I sent the video of that incident. That was weird. I'll have a look in the comments for that, Aunt Sarah, because I might have missed it. I shall have a look. Wild Bill got to run and start cooking for the gang next week for sure. If you really want it, just remember you asked for it. Love and light. Yeah, Bill, obviously we'll get you on next week, mate. It'll be an honor to have you on with me and Kate, and we will talk about, hopefully even Damon might come on.
Great.
And we can get all into it. And that reptilians were here before us, did not live. I've started to see. Yep. There is also one north of 51. Yep, there's also S4, which is south of Area 51 as well.
I also have a question about oceans and the sea. There was a video that came out relatively recently when Fukushima had the horrible earthquake and disaster and the tsunami. There is a video of something that flies out of the ocean when the tsunami is coming in, and it flies over across land and just keeps going. It looks like some sort of UAP, and I'll have to find it and post it in the group. That really shocked me. I was like, what on earth is that? It's going so quickly, and it just seemed to just pop out of the sea, and it's incredible. Like,
a lot of that.
Yeah, is there the ocean? Is there a base? Is there things we don't know about?
See, this is what they mentioned as well in the Congress report. A lot of the sightings are done off the Pacific side. So a lot of sightings are coming out of the Pacific Sea.
Yeah.
Which is weird because you think the vast open sea is the Atlantic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
So it makes you wonder if there is something possibly we don't know. Maybe we might find out one day that there is on those structures in the Pacific Sea. I have to really slow myself down so I don't say specific.
Common error. Yeah. Yeah, it does make you wonder.
It does, yeah. Brian, and I've heard that.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, supposed to be. Robert, was a gas tank exploding? Yeah, there was a few, but like I said, there's also been a fair few UFO sightings there as well.
Yeah, there were loads of gas tank explosions, especially near the houses. Like you could see it was a gas tank, but there is one where it goes all the way across land and it seems to come from the sea. So that was like the weird, like the distance that it went and how fast it went compared to the ones that were seen near the houses. But yeah, it was very interesting. I have to post it.
We should explore the sea. I bet I know what they will find. Yeah, see, there's a lot of things that the sea is very rarely explored, which makes you wonder why.
And also, why do they spend so much in going to space and exploring space, but not the oceans? It's technology, isn't it, I guess?
Yeah, the Tic Tac sighting, Dave said when he first saw it, it looked like it was coupled up with something on the ocean floor. Yeah, it was said to have been they believe it was communicating with something below the sea.
Yeah.
Robert, the Philadelphia experiment man thinking again. Yes, I'm going to do a show on the Philadelphia experiment because it is shocking and also was quite disturbing.
That would be good.
And Eric, there are some areas of the ocean we can't explore yet. There is a lot of the ocean we can't explore, and we tend not to, for some bizarre reason, want to explore. It does make you question why. Yeah, that is coming towards the end of the show, guys.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I think it's so important to those that haven't seen the UAP Congress, like to watch it and just listen to the evidence that they give, because it is exciting to know that there is potentially something else and it's so technologically advanced, but also scary at the same time because you can't imagine it. I mean, they said about, oh, well, if you were in the aircraft and you saw this object and it just flew off, you would hear the sonic boom. And they would just be like, no, because we're in an aircraft and like you just don't hear it from there. So it just all seems very legit evidence. It's all very well stated. It's just very, very interesting. And that was about the Tic Tac, I think they said about that, just how mind blowing it was to just witness that and to witness the technology used, because it's nothing. Because they even got the universities involved, didn't they? The universities.
There was a lot of people involved in this one.
Yeah, to like research the Tic Tac and what material it could be, how it would have those kind of trajectories and things, and they just couldn't. They just said, yeah, it's beyond any human capacity to be able to do that now. So, yeah.
One last comment. Jess, some of the sea secrets are probably best kept hidden. After all, it is the beginning of all life. Let's keep some wonders in this world. Yeah, it would be nice, but a lot of the time, well, there is some wonders of this world kept secret.
Can I ask you a question, Ben? Just to end. Question is, how do you think humanity came about? Do you think we are descendants from ancient aliens?
I've got to be really careful with this, because if I answer this the wrong way, it reveals my religious belief.
That's not a bad thing.
It's not, no, but we've been here longer than we realize. A lot longer. And if you go to the old tribes, so this is Native American tribes and the old Sands tribes that are out in Egypt, Lebanon, places like that. Go over to India as well, their ancient belief systems. We have been around longer than we realize. We are a race with amnesia. Have to remember the human race as we know it, so Neanderthal as we are, is millions of years old. Millions. We only started recording history about 5,000 years ago.
Yeah.
So the old tribes, we have been around a lot longer than that, and the stories that are passed on and places that used to exist. Yeah.
So would you say that all of this phenomena happening now, it has always happened and they are just watching?
I personally believe, and I'm saying this personally, this is me, not the show. I personally believe that we have been left to play in our sandbox for far too long, and we have done nothing but trash it.
Were we forgotten about? Did they forget about us?
Sooner or later, we make enough noise for the parents to realise that we're trashing the place.
Interesting. Thank you.
Really, really cryptic way of putting it.
And there is a really good question by Penny. Do you think there is a link between ghosts and aliens?
Now, a lot of people think that, well, I say a lot of people, there are some people that believe that ghosts are aliens from another dimension and that sort of thing. However, the ancient history and the ancient cultures talk about them being two different things. We are nothing. To quote an old teacher of mine, the human race, we are literally just one grain of sand along a beach. We have no idea outside of the other 3, 4, 5 grains of sand around us. We don't know the beach exists. We only know that these grains of sand exist. So it makes you wonder what else.
That's true. That's true. And there's energy living on through all that. That's definitely good. Robert's making some really good point, like gods come from the sky and everything. Yeah, I highly recommend the book Chariot of the Gods because it does go into that.
Put it this way, every single religion going has a large group of people.
Yes.
They all have family structures in that lot. So it makes you question, why would you have a family structure? But anyway, on that one, guys, we've reached the end of the show. I'm just going to leave it there.
That bombshell.
Yes, with Annette asking, yeah, I am going to do the one on the blood grouping. I am bringing in the historical part on it now. People are going to realise massively there's a lot to watch on that. Obviously,
nice.
to the people that have just joined the show and have come along, hopefully you've enjoyed the show. This is pretty much what it is like a lot of the time. Well, not all the time, no. Sometimes sometimes we talk about absolutely everything, but it is nice to have you along on this journey. Guys in the comment room, all I can say is wow, you guys have lit it up tonight. It's been
amazing. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I love all the comments. It's amazing. It really helps, really helps with the thought process and getting to know what you guys think. Definitely.
This is what we like. Everyone interacting. It is brilliant. Even if you're sat there being quiet, honestly, guys, again, we do this show. We don't do it for the ratings because, not to sound harsh, we don't care about the ratings. We're not bothered.
Do it because you enjoy it.
Yeah, we literally talk because we enjoy it. We invite you all along, and it's nice to have you all interactive.
I think it would be really good, like you said, next week to have Wild Bill and Damon and have more people on. Like, I think the more the merrier. So just to have as many people on, that would just be great to really talk about this, talk about different theories and beliefs. That would be good.
I will answer one question because I have seen the name that has been answered. Dave saying, makes you think if David Icke was right about the reptile agenda. The only thing I will say personally, from my point of view, that Icke is a complete and utter psychotic lunatic. If you don't believe me, look how he started. He claimed he got the information whilst he was in a newspaper shop, buying a newspaper that God or a god randomly spoke to him and passed him on the information.
Is this the reptilian thing that, was it Mark Zuckerberg was supposed to be part alien or part reptile? Sorry.
Yeah, the royal family are all alien reptiles hiding in the human body. David Icke does talks all the time, and he never does the same talk twice. He never has any notes in front of him. But beyond that, that's just personally from my point of view. Robert saying, yeah, he had a breakdown. Yes, he did. Mentally breakdown. Again, thank you very much. Obviously, guys, honestly, those that are new, like I said, please stick around. Enjoy the show, honestly. If you're on YouTube, if you come and find us on Facebook, it's exactly the same name. Again, those are on Facebook. Please go over, subscribe to the YouTube, even if you don't watch it. It just boosts them numbers so that we can bring more people into finding where they want to find. I know I'm sounding a bit hypocritical now because I'm saying get more people involved, but we want more people involved, not because of the ratings, but because they all bring new questions. That's what we want. We want people questioning. We want them questions coming out. So we as a collective here can bring out some of the best answers going.
Absolutely.
But again, guys, absolutely brilliant. Thank you for lighting up the entirety of the chat room again. Thank you for joining us on this evening. Kate, thank you so much for joining us again.
You're very
welcome. I don't have to pretend to know what he's talking about.
Yeah, honestly, it's an absolute pleasure. Thank you. It's been great, and just thank you everyone because it's just been really amazing, really amazing. I didn't really have to do much. I just had to chip in, and yeah, it was great. Thank you.
So guys, don't forget, next Sunday we'll be having the same time. Kate, are you hoping to join us next Sunday again?
Yes, 100%. Yes,
we will definitely have Wild Bill along next Sunday, and I will hopefully Damon might join us. I don't know. It depends on how he's working. But next weekend we will have one hell of a show because Wild Bill will bring absolutely everything to the table, and I mean
Legend.
everything. He will sit down at the table even with the kitchen sink. Well, that's it from us,
Thank you,
guys.
guys.
And we're going to announce what else happening next week.
Yes, we shall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you forgotten? He's forgotten. Right, so on Wednesday we've got Scarlet Witch joining us for a Q&A session before. I know she's been a bit on and off lately with like shows coming and then disappearing again. She is going to have a break, a proper break for personal reasons. But before she does that, she is going to come on and we're going to do a general Q&A. So if you've got any questions about witchcraft, Wicca, anything like that, either get in touch with the show or just pop them on as we are live.
Not to be missed.
And we are then at Bishton Hall, aren't we?
Yes.
On Friday and Saturday.
Yes. I may not be on the show Friday due to the fact that I'm running back and forth. When Campbell and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, we'll be doing that, won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So-
What time? Yeah. Yeah, we will be.
So we should hopefully be live on Friday. Going to be doing a mini investigation on Saturday night while we're there.
Yep. And it should be fun.
Sounds good.
Yes, guys, that is it. And we shall see you during the week.
Have a good
Hopefully.
week, everyone.
So, goodbye,
Thank you.
guys.